The biggest reasons, unless I'm forgetting something significant, the biggest reasons I can think of why you get lost while you're watching the shows if you never touched the books. Biggest reasons I can think of. In Lost Tomb 1, they delete a character named Big Cooey and they add 2 friends. In Lost Tomb 2, they put Big Cooey back into the story and delete the 2 friends. In Lost Tomb 2, Zhao Hua says that he's known Qiling for a long time. That's the only series in which that's true. They also have Aning and Henry related as adopted family. It's the only one where that's true. And they completely change what Granny Huo is like. And I mean, appearance-wise as well as character-wise. She's completely different. And this one and Explore with the Note are the only 2 that's true in. Once you start watching Lost Tomb 2, you basically have to delete the auction from Lost Tomb 1 from your memory because they get really confusing on who has what of this. Like, really confusing. And in Lost Tomb 2, they add a character named Hu Jingyao, who is supposedly related to Zhao Hua, and this is the only one that he's in, period. He disappears from the story after this. Even in Explore with the Note, he's not there anymore. And in the middle of this drama itself, never mind switching to other ones, they do a really weird, they leave you on a cliffhanger with a tomb, and all of a sudden transport you over to the village. And the main problem with this village, the snowy village, is that they add a bunch of details, weird things are happening to Qiling, that literally, that whole concept only exists within those episodes. So you're left confused over what's happening, and you never get answers for it, because this is the only place that exists. And then they head off to a tomb that, if you watch Explore with the Note next, you have to completely ignore those 5 episodes because they back way up in their time and continue from the collapsed tomb instead of from the village and heading off toward that tomb. So they back way up to continue from there. And within Explore with the Note, they have a ton of fighting happening between Fatty and Wijie and Zhao Hua that is only within this season, and everything, like, Zhao Hua literally says this is the end of our relationship, and I'm like, okay. So there's a broken relationship right there that doesn't exist anywhere else, and Fatty and Wijie kind of resolve things in this one, so I suppose that's, but anyway. Then they bring in details from Book 7. They introduce videos that are revealing a secret, and they also give away a secret about a couple of characters that you get to see revealed again in the next one. They also kill a character that does not die, and they leave you on a cliffhanger with the Huo family. So when you start Ultimate Note, keeping all of that, what they did in there, if you've watched that one and then go to Ultimate Note, you'll be highly confused because they are now reintroducing Zhao Hua, Black Glasses, and Juju, and Zhao Hua and Black Glasses suddenly don't know each other, and Zhao Hua doesn't know Qiling, etc., etc. Like, they completely reintroduce you to these characters. They reintroduce you to the videos that they revealed in Explore with the Note, and they re-reveal the secret that they gave you in Explore with the Note. So this is why, no matter what, just delete Explore with the Note. Even though if you delete Explore with the Note, you're going to completely skip tomb number 4, the Heavenly Palace. Still, you will be less confused, and etc. if you just skip Explore with the Note. Then going from Explore with the Note into Tomb of the Sea, the reason that you're going to be so intensely confused there is because of the 10-year gap. They literally leave you hanging like crazy at the end of Ultimate Note, and even if you add Tibetan Seaflower in there whenever they decide to film Tibetan Seaflower and release it, that's not even going to cover things unless they completely change what that covers, because in the books, Tibetan Seaflower, that's already way past the rest of that stuff. So unless Tibetan Seaflower is actually a combination of Tibetan Seaflower and what came before it, you're still going to be skipping that tomb, that highly significant tomb. So you're still going to be missing something there. And then Tibetan Seaflower, I don't know how far it takes you, but unless they add on to Tibetan Seaflower, you will still be missing like anywhere between 7 and 8 year gap between Tibetan Seaflower and Sanxi. So you're going to be very confused on why Wijie is acting so intensely different from everything you've seen before now. And you're going to be confused on why Qiling isn't there, and etc., etc. You're going to be confused on a lot of details because they're all gone. You didn't see them. There is no TV show covering any of that. There are books, there are stories, random stories, very random stories covering all of that, but there's no TV show covering it. And then from Sansi to Sound of Providence, it's not that you'll be highly confused, it's just Ujier is different again. He's gone back to what he's like before Sansi, because now he's actually had a few years between Sansi and Sound of Providence. Qiling is back, and they've actually had time to relax and breathe for the first time in over 10 years. Or 10 years, or whatever. So he's reverted back to being what he was like before Sansi. So that's a really quick, brief, not even 7-minute explanation of why you'll be lost if you don't read the books. And if I just put that at the end of the other video, I could have been done with it.